but we were waiting for you.
Okay. Here's the thing. So it seems like, Alexis literally was violating all of the rules that Tommy already gave them because he's been through this before. So he said, don't go back from the ladies' lounge with details. But I guess because she was trying to save her man, the guy that she likes, Will, right? She was trying to give him feedback, which I understand, but you're doing too much with that feedback. You're saying too much, right? And you're giving somebody feedback that has now in turn snitched on you. So you're trying to help him out, and he done went back and already told people that you're the one that's going back and telling people. So you're trying to help somebody that doesn't have any discretion themselves. So that should have been the ding dong. First of all, if I'm trying to help you out, nobody else should even know that I'm going back and I'm telling you things to give you pointers. But he's snitching. So he's not somebody you should be helping anyway. But that's a side note, right? So you're telling people, you're telling this man stuff that you're not supposed to be telling. And then we get to the ladies' lounge, and here where's the pick me male identified situation comes in. Ma'am, if this lady is saying that this man is being inappropriate, which I remember from the first episode, Will and Lamar, right? They were both kind of weird and inappropriate, right? You don't discredit another woman's experience because you didn't experience it. And I'm really glad that Kosheia, before she ended up getting too upset, ate her up. But because maybe, perhaps, if you don't have body yaddy yaddy, titties titty itties, booty booty booty, whatever, maybe the men aren't trying to objectify you. And I was just saying that, when you just have a really thin body, model type body, right? Pretty face, nice hair, a lot of times you're going to get men who are actually attracted to you for you or your face card. That's great for her. But if you have a lot of body, you come with a lot of booty, you come with a lot of things, you have to sort through not only those men, but men who are coming around trying to objectify you. So that's an experience that Alexis can identify with. She can't identify with that experience. She's shaped very real like, which is fantastic if you want to model, but you may not be having people trying to subject you and objectify you and things like that. So I just really felt like, you don't ever diminish another woman's experience, because that man will make a fool out of you. The man that you're going to bat for in the ladies' lounge will, in fact, make a fool out of you. You don't do it. You don't stick your neck out like that because you're going to look stupid. So I was really, really disappointed in her because from the first date, most of y'all know who follow me on Instagram, I love basketball. I love sports. I love that she was a ref. I love that she could kick it with the homies. Like, that's how I am. So I really was like, oh, I see myself in her. Like, I loved how she planned a basketball date. That's something that I would do. I was like, oh, she's so cool. Her personality is so cool. But for her to be relatable to men and turn that into being male identified and pick me ish was very disappointing. And Kosheia has to learn, and then I'll cut off. Kosheia has to learn. She has to take some anger management courses, and I say this with love. As a person who probably have taken a few anger management techniques because I get upset, y'all probably don't know because I've worked on it. You got to count from 10 to 1 because she done let Alexis get her out of character, and she could have really ate her up better, but she couldn't because then she got so upset. So I hope she looks at this and enrolls in some anger management courses for her sake, because I think she'll be able to deliver her points a little better if she doesn't get so upset. Because I'm glad Tommy and everybody still ate Alexis up for what she did, but some people can get distracted by her delivery because she got so upset. So I do hope that she gets just some anger management courses for her, because there's going to be more types of Alexis around. It's going to be male identified, annoying, and they're going to try you. They're going to really test your anger management, and you got to be able to manage. And she did not manage very well. So count, if you're listening, count to 10 and then down to 1. It really works. It really, really works. And then breathe. And then if that doesn't work, then you leave like you did. So.
Mm. What a strong start from the first lady. Thank you. She just delivered the word right there. We appreciate you, Seaway. Thank you. Let me get Jr. in, and then I'm gonna get Glenn in because I know you guys didn't get to speak on this when myself yesterday was speaking about this as well. And then I'm gonna get Jay to I'm gonna get you to bring the tail end in, Jay. Okay, all right. Yeah, I know you're looking at me like what? Baby, I just want to spend more time with you. Okay, just relax. I got you. Okay. All right. Don't let them know that we talk. Okay. Jr. Talk to me. What's your thoughts on this? I mean, Kosheia and Alexis had a situation. Siwa's given us quite a strong foundational to start with. But do you disagree? Do you agree? Like, what's your thought process with the Kosheia and the Alexis situation? How did you see it?
Yeah, I gotta agree with Seaway because they were told explicitly what happens in the women's lounge stays in the women's lounge. So if she's already going back at this early stage and telling people stuff, then she's violating the code already. Um, and definitely Koshia erupts far too quickly for my liking. She definitely needs to temper that or control that because while she's on the show, she's giving people ammunition for the men's lounge. Right? She continues to go off in the way she does, and the guys start to see it more often, or it happens to a couple of them. Then yeah, like they're gonna vote her off because that's not going to be conducive to the type of relationship that they seem to want. And ultimately, we have had on previous seasons where, like, it's really the ladies that someone's going off on instead of the guys. But you have to remember the guys have the power to vote these ladies off. So Koshia, I wouldn't unpack her bags fully all the way yet, because I think her temper may be the reason why she gets sent home. That's my thoughts.
Thank you, Jr. Glenn, talk to me.
I just know there's a lot of people talking, right? We know Kosheia is not a good friend, not a friend of Will. Ever since Will questioned her about her husband being married and having 4 kids that she didn't know about, and so they've never been on the same page since then. So the question arises. The question I thought about was who told Kosheia that Alexis and Will was having a conversation? Where did she get the information from? It doesn't validate the situation that Alexis was, breaking the rule of talking outside of the girls' group. But who came back? Who's Alexis talking to, or who's talking to Kosheia to give her the information that Alexis is the snitch in the group, the gossiper in the group? So it seemed like there's a lot of things that we miss within their relationship. She do need some counseling. I agree with Seaway. She went to 0 to 100 like quickly, right? And it really too quick, in my opinion, over the situation. And Alexis never answered the question. She deflected. She never really answered the question that was presented to her about Will and about his behavior, um, and deflected. It all comes from Patrice anyway, because if you go back to it, Patrice was the one who said my man was sleeping on the floor. So it went to the whole circle of the women being involved in this situation. So it's a lot with this group here. I don't see them together at all, but I do believe that Kosheia. I'm not gonna call it Tequila 2.0 because she got her own. Tequila went off, but she's Tequila 1.5. She's close to the situation, but it's a lot going on. I'm glad Tommy was able to bring them back together, but Alexis was wrong, um, totally wrong. If it's a group thing and you're supposed to keep